Hi everyone, I'm Ara Topouzian, President CEO of Troy Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here at Main Street Bank, and I'm here for another episode of Inside Corporate Troy. And I'm here with Jeff Kopelman, President and CEO. Thanks, Jeff, for agreeing to do this today. And Main Street Bank has been a sponsor of this program for the last couple of years, and it's great to interview you and actually talk a little bit about your background and sort of the banking business. So thanks for joining us today.
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to be here because we have a great relationship with Troy. It's been very successful. We're very glad we're here. You know, we have our branch, we have our office here, so it's really been a great relationship, great place to work with. Great. My background is this year will be 40 years I've been in banking. I've done a lot of things in banking. I've started 3 banks. I started this bank 13 years ago. It's been a very nice, good operation. We've enjoyed it. We had a couple of rough years like everybody else, and we've had a couple of great years like everybody else, and now it's doing very well, and we're very pleased.
So can you talk about these past banks? Are they still in existence? Or are they?
The past banks are not in existence. They're all gone. They've been sold, and that's what happens in banking a lot, unfortunately.
Right.
But sometimes it does, and the others have been sold. But this bank is doing well, and again, we're very pleased. We're certainly pleased to be in Troy.
Yeah.
And the bank is doing well. We have a lot of publicity here and a lot of visibility. It's been terrific.
What goes into developing a bank? I mean, I think that's a pretty easy question that you must get asked a lot.
I get asked a lot. Most people always go, gee, I never met anybody who started a bank.
Right.
How do you do that?
Right.
Well, you have to have a business plan.
Yep.
You have to have a good board of directors. You have to have good management staff. You have to have people with experience. The biggest hurdle is getting through the regulators and getting your charter and your insurance of accounts from the FDIC, because you have to be insured. If you're not, you cannot be a bank in Michigan. Obviously, we are. It is not the easiest thing to do in the world. It takes time. And of course, then the last thing is you have to raise the money.
Talk a little bit about that, because it's really like any other business then, right?
It is. Our situation was a little different than others. My partner and I were moot court partners in law school. We've known each other for 45 years. So when we started this bank, we basically did it by ourselves, raised the money ourselves, mostly friends and family.
Right.
And it's been a very, very good experience.
So your background is law.
I did go to law school, that's correct.
And then you wanted to become a banker.
What happened was I was working at a small place downtown, and one of our clients turned out to be a fellow named Don Davis. Don was very big in the music business at the time, and he also bought into the First Independence Bank, and he became a banker, and I started doing banking work, and that's how I got into banking.
So talk about Main Street. What sets you apart from, there's lots of banks, especially here in Troy. I mean, we're kind of considered a financial mecca, if you will, but what sets Main Street?
That's correct. Troy certainly is a financial mecca, and there are a lot of banks in Troy. What really differentiates Main Street is the fact that we are a small community bank, we're relationship-based, and that's how we operate. We know our customers know us, we can be flexible, all of the decisions are made right here. We don't have to worry about anybody else telling us what to do or how to do it. For instance, as a community bank, if you look at my card has my direct line on there, has my cell phone on there, and a customer can call me directly anytime they want. And yes, I answer my own phone.
So we were talking before the cameras were rolling about relationships and how important they are. And I shared with you that you know, I knew an old bank manager, still remember the person's name, and you know, after all these years, how important is that nowadays? I mean, are you seeing that are banks getting back to the good old days when it comes to relationship building?
I think the community banks like Main Street are. Because that's what, again, sets us apart from all of the larger banks. We know our customers know us. We know what they're looking for. We know about their families. We know their names. They know our name. And that really makes a big difference in banking, because people are very interested and very concerned about their money. And they want a relationship.
Right.
And that's what we've really learned. When it comes to people's money, it's a relationship based. They don't want to just do anything with anybody. They want to know what they're doing and who they're doing it with.
Well, they want to know that when you're calling, if the customer is calling the bank, that they know who they are, and it's it used to be in the chamber business when we talked about building relationships and what's a good relationship, and the tough ones to build were doctors and attorneys, because these were positions of trust.
Right.
Really, banking, is the same thing. You're holding on to a lot of money.
That's correct.
And people want to know that, it's going to be safe, and that that you understand sort of what to do with it.
And we've always said exactly what you just said. There are 3 professional fields where people want to have a relationship. They're a lawyer, they're a doctor, and they're banker.
Yeah.
And we're the banker.
In the chamber, right? They have to trust them too.
Of course. Well, the chamber's all part of it. Have to.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Main Street's been a very active member over the years, actually ever since I've been here in Troy. How important is it that your staff, your team, is out there building relationships? A little bit of what we just talked about, that customer experience, but how important is that to you as far as your philosophy?
Well, that's how we build it.
Yeah.
It is relationship. It's being out in the public. In Troy, it's being out the Troy Chamber. We go to a lot of events, as you know, and we do sponsor a lot of events, and we get a lot of business that way. Meet a lot of people, a lot of great relationships are built that way, and it is very, very important. It's exactly what we do. That's how you build relationships.
What's next for Main Street?
Main Street is going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
We think we have a good business plan. Again, it's been successful. We're going to stay with it, but always continue to keep our relationship banking, because that's part of our business plan.
Right. The name Main Street, what's the genesis of that name?
The name Main Street is, we took the name Main Street during the Wall Street, Main Street situation 10, 12 years ago.
Okay.
And it's worked very well. Main Street goes everywhere. You can do anything you want with it, and it works in every city or every town.
And I know there's a lot of divisions within the bank. So you do a lot of different things. Can you touch on that?
Sure. We have a whole division for residential lending. We do a lot of residential mortgage lending. We have a commercial division, which does a lot of different types of business. We do SBA loans. We do C&I loans. We do regular business loans. We do lines of credit. And then the other side, on the deposit side and the branching side, we do all of it. All the checking accounts, all the savings accounts, all the banking online. We have all the technology. When you're a small bank, you have to keep up with technology.
Yeah.
That's how we're able to do things, because we don't have branches on every corner. That's how we do things and stay up to date.
That's a good point. You did talk about that, you don't have a branch on every corner. People are so used to the ATMs and so forth. How do you?
Well, now what the big thing is, of course, is online banking.
Right.
Paying your bills online, transferring money online, mobile banking. We have all that. Do everything from your phone, as we all know. That's how everybody lives.
Right.
And it's really much easier. And it's great as long as the bank is able to do all those things, and we are. So it really is great for the customer. It makes it easier for them, and it works well for us.
All right, crystal ball time. This is always fun to ask a financial person these kinds of questions, but let's talk about 2019, 2020, and sort of beyond. I mean, you've been in this for a very long time. What are your predictions for economy? I mean, banks are like barometers. Rates go up, rates go down.
Correct.
And that type of thing. What do you see in the near future?
Well, rates will continue to go up and rates will continue to go down. They always have. The economy a lot of times works in cycles.
Yeah.
Things will be very strong like they are now, and things have continued to be very good. And there will be a downturn and a slowdown, because there always is. That's just how the economy has always worked. Doesn't matter who's in political office, doesn't matter what the plans are. That's the nature of the economy.
What are some of the factors that go into that, I guess, roller coaster of rates?
Well, a lot of it is just the strength of the economy at the time. A lot of times certain things will happen. 9/11 happened, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Certain events will happen that none of us can predict and none of us know about. And that's always what's going to happen next. That'll change a lot of things that normally would happen.
Right. So what do you like about this business? I mean, I'm intrigued over the fact that you studied to be an attorney, but then you turned into being a banker. What do you like about being in the financial business?
I love the people business.
Yeah.
I love the customers. That's why my line is on my direct line, phone line is on my card. I love dealing with the customers, love working with the customers, love watching them be successful. A story that I really like to tell is we had a small customer came to us. The guy had a very nice business for a long time. It's when things were not good, and he was with one of the other larger banks, and they wanted him out, and we took a chance on the guy, and his business did return. It wasn't easy. It was slow and steady. He made it return, and it really, really took off. The guy calls me up one day. He has tears. I said, "What is wrong?" I said, "What's the matter?" He said, "Jeff, we have to leave your bank." I said, "You have to leave my bank?" I said, "We got too big for you." He said, "You're still a great community bank, and I love and adore you. I'm going to come back whenever I can, but we really need a larger bank now." And he went, and I helped him move his stuff over, and we've always kept in touch.
Excellent. And you've given back to the community as well. At least on our end, you've sponsored a number of different programs, one being the Step Up to the Plate program, which is giving money back to Troy schools. Are there other highlights as far as giving back that you wanted to touch on?
We do a lot of community things. Again, it's a community bank. Yeah. We do things not only in Troy. For instance, our main office happens to be in Bingham Farms on Telegraph Road. And we always sponsor the Music on the Green in Franklin, which is a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday that we have in July. Always a large crowd. The bank is a sponsor of that and loves to do it. We get involved. We have our little roller van that we have. You may have seen it.
Yes.
And we take it to the high schools, and we help them in the football games. We'll sell things, give all the proceeds to the schools, and it's great. It's just part of being in the community.
Awesome. You love your job. I could clearly see that you love it. And last question, Jeff, is really why Troy? You like you said, you're established in Bingham Farms. Why Troy, Michigan?
Great community, great location, great businesses, great people. It's just a wonderful place to be. It's a great community, and it performs well, and we love it.
Awesome. We've run out of time. I want to thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much
for taking part in this and for being as active as you've been for many years, and we hope for many years to come. So
we're planning on it,
Jeff.
Thank you very much.
That's about all the time we have for Inside Corporate Troy. Again, I'm Ara Topouzian, and you can see all of our wonderful videos online on our YouTube channel and also on local cable access. For more information about Troy Chamber, we ask you to visit troychamber.com. Until next time, take care.